So good evening students. In the previous class we were doing the chemical properties and we have done the formation of anhydride and esterification. So today remaining chemical properties we will study. First of all, formation of acid chloride. Formation of acid chloride. So the formation of acid chloride, it can be done with the help of phosphorus halides or thionyl chloride. So let us do one by one. First of all, I will treat it with phosphorus pentachloride. When you treat this acid with phosphorus pentachloride, so in this way you will get acid halide, phosphoryl chloride and HCl. Okay, so this is acid halide, phosphoryl chloride and HCl is formed. Let us take one example of this, such as if you have ethanoic acid, you treat it with PCl5, so PCl3, here one Cl, here one Cl, so you will get here ethanoyl chloride phosphoryl chloride and HCl. So with the help of phosphorus pentachloride we can prepare acid halide. Similarly, if instead of phosphorus pentachloride I take phosphorus trichloride, so in that case suppose we have, first I take general reaction, suppose we have carboxylic acid and we treat it with phosphorus trichloride. We have to take 3 moles here, so you will get acid halide and phosphorus acid, H3PO3. okay, you will get phosphorus acid. So this is how you will get acid halide with the help of phosphorus trichloride also. Okay, now we will take one example of this also. Suppose we have ethanoic acid, 3 moles we will take. We will treat it with phosphorus trichloride. We will get ethanoic chloride plus H3PO3. So in this way, with the help of phosphorus trichloride you can prepare acid halide. Now one more method is there, that you treat it with thionyl chloride, right? So thionyl chloride, you know students, it is SOCl2. So when ethanoic acid or any other acid, it is treated with thionyl chloride in the presence of pyridine, we will get here acid halide. Here I have taken ethanoic acid, so we will get here ethanoic chloride, SO2 and HCl will be released. Ethanoic chloride will be formed. Any other acid if you will take, corresponding acid halide will be formed. So the reaction will be that here Cl, here SO, here Cl. So SO2, acid halide and HCl will be formed. Okay, so this is the method of preparation of acid chloride. Now next we will study the method of preparation of amide from the carboxylic acid. So amides are the compounds which contain CONH2 group. These all are acid derivatives. So here it contains CONH2 group, then they are known as amides. So we will do formation of amides. That is its fourth property. Okay, now how amides are formed? When carboxylic acid, it is treated with ammonia. I am writing ammonia as HNH2, right? So here this water is, first of all we will form a salt. Okay, we will not do the direct reaction. RCOH plus ammonia. So first of all we will get ammonium salt, RCOO negative, NH4 positive. So here ammonium salt will be formed. This is known as ammonium carboxylate. Okay, afterwards H2 from here, O from here will be released. So water will be released upon heating and you will get RCONH2, that is amide will be formed. So on treating with ammonia followed by heating, the carboxylic acid can be converted to amide, right? Suppose you have benzoic acid. Now when you treat it with ammonia, you will get here ammonium benzoate. This is ammonium benzoate. Okay, and when this ammonium benzoate is heated, it loses water molecule and it will give you benzamide. So benzamide will be formed. Similarly, any other reaction can be done with the help of ammonia followed by heating. You can convert the carboxylic acid into amide. Let us take example of phthalic acid also. Suppose we have this phthalic acid. In phthalic acid, we have 2 carboxylic groups, so we will require 2 moles of ammonia. Ammonium phthalate will be formed. This is ammonium phthalate. Heat it, it will lose 2 molecules of water. Phthalimide will be formed. Okay. So phthalimide will be formed. So in this way you can convert the carboxylic acid into amides. Now these are the reactions in which we are involving the OH group. The OH bond is broken, that is C and the bond between carbon and OH, that is hydroxyl group. Now we will study some reaction in which the complete carboxylic group is involved. That is third type of reaction. The first type of reaction in which the OH bond is broken. The second type of reaction between CO bond is broken, COH bond is broken. And the third type of reaction, reactions which are involving COOH group. So here reduction we will study first. So when carboxylic acids are reduced in the presence of strong reducing agents, say lithium aluminium hydride, okay, so they give alcohol. Primary alcohols are formed. Suppose you have benzoic acid, you will get benzyl alcohol. I have taken here benzoic acid, you can take any other carboxylic acid also. Let us write the general reaction. So, when carboxylic acid are reduced using lithium aluminium hydride, you will get here carboxylic alcohol, primary alcohol, and water will be released. Got it? Now the next reaction, which involves the carboxylic group, that is decarboxylation reaction. Decarboxylation means this carboxylic group will be removed, and it will be done in the presence of soda lime. Soda lime is sodium hydroxide plus calcium oxide. The mixture is known as soda lime. So when carboxylic acid is treated with soda lime, hydrocarbons are formed. Right? See the reaction. But here we will take sodium salt of carboxylic acid, okay, and we will treat it with soda lime. So this Na2CO3 is released and RH is formed. In this reaction, this CO group, this carboxyl group is removed. Therefore, it is known as decarboxylation. And here, in the product, the one carbon is reduced. Okay, the product will contain one carbon lesser than that of the carboxylic acid. So, this is a very good method to reduce the carbon chain. Let us quickly take one example. So, suppose you have sodium ethanoate, you treat it with soda lime. So, when we treat this sodium ethanoate with soda lime, we will get here methane. Methane will be formed, and this sodium carbonate will be released. Right? So you can see here that the product contain only one carbon, whereas there are two carbons in the reactant side. So this method is a method of degradation of chain. The product will contain one carbon lesser than that of the reactant. Okay. Now next we will study Kolbe's electrolysis. That is the method which you have already studied in the first year. This decarboxylation also you have studied in the method of preparation of alkanes. So next one, that is in the reactions involving carboxylic group. This is the third one, that is we will study Kolbe's electrolysis. Right, here we take sodium salt of carboxylic acid, and when we pass electricity through it, we will take 2 moles of this. So we will get here carboxylate ion and sodium ion. Right, now since we are taking sodium salt of carboxylic acid solution, so water is also present here. So water, this is a strong electrolyte, it will be completely ionized. Water is a weak electrolyte, so it will be partially electrolyzed, and it will give you hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ions. Now at anode, these carboxylate ions, they will lose electron to form carboxyl free radical. Okay, this is carboxyl free radical is formed. Now these free radicals, they are highly unstable. They will lose carbon dioxide and form alkyl free radical. So alkyl free radical will be formed. Now these alkyl free radicals, being very reactive, will form higher alkane, will form higher alkane. Okay, now here the alkane which is formed in this process, it will have double the number of carbon atom which is present in the alkyl group of the carboxylic acid. So if suppose here one carbon is there, then in the alkane form 2 carbon will be there. The number of carbon atom in the alkane form will be double the number of carbon atom present in the alkyl group of the acid. So here alkane will be formed, and afterwards at cathode this hydrogen ions, they will accept the electron and form hydrogen gas, right? Then the remaining sodium ion and hydroxide ions, they will remain in the solution in the form of NaOH. So this is the complete reaction which will be there during the electrolysis of sodium salt of carboxylic acid. First of all, sodium salt of carboxylic acid gives you carboxylate ion, which will give you carboxyl free radical on losing the electron. Carboxyl free radical will give alkyl free radical, and these alkyl free radical will form the higher alkane. Then at cathode, hydrogen gas will be liberated. Sodium ion and hydroxide ion, they will remain in the solution in the form of NaOH. Right. Now next we will study Hell-Vollard-Zelinski reaction, or it is known as HVZ reaction. So next is HVZ reaction or Hell-Vollard-Zelinski reaction. Carboxylic acids which have alpha hydrogen, they will be halogenated at alpha position on treatment with chlorine or bromine in the presence of red phosphorus, and alpha halocarboxylic acid will be formed. Right, carboxylic acid which contain alpha hydrogen, this is a must condition for this reaction. So carboxylic acid having an alpha hydrogen, they will be halogenated at the alpha position on treatment with chlorine or bromine in the presence of red phosphorus to give alpha halocarboxylic acids. Right, so let us see this reaction. Suppose we have carboxylic acid. Now this carbon is alpha carbon, the hydrogen which is attached to this carbon is alpha hydrogen. So it possesses the alpha hydrogen. When it reacts with chlorine or bromine in the presence of red phosphorus, then at alpha position the halogen will be introduced. So alpha halo carboxylic acid is formed. Alpha halo carboxylic acid is formed. Right. Let us take one example. Suppose we have ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid contains this alpha carbon and alpha hydrogen. Then you react it with chlorine in the presence of red phosphorus. You will get chloroacetic acid. Alpha chloroacetic acid is formed. Okay, so this is HVZ reaction. For this reaction it is must that we should have alpha hydrogen. Now next we will study electrophilic substitution reactions in carboxylic acids. In carboxylic acid, students, the carboxylic group has minus M effect and it is electron withdrawing in nature. Therefore it is meta directing group. It directs the incoming group at meta position. So let us see the resonating structures. So these electrons will be moved towards the oxygen. Here positive charge will come. Now delocalization of charge will take place. Here positive charge. Okay, further these electrons will move here. So here positive charge. Okay, and then further it will come back. So here you will get back the previous structure. So these are the resonating structure of carboxylic acid, and in the structure 2, 3 and 4 you can see that there is positive charge at ortho and para position, hence the incoming group cannot come. The electrophile cannot come at and attack at ortho and para position, it can only attack at meta position, therefore it is a meta directing group. Hence all the reactions which will take place, they will take place at meta position, such as nitration or bromination, whatever you will do, it will occur at meta position. So let us see. So we will do nitration. Nitration is done in the presence of nitrating mixture, that is concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, so you will get here meta-nitro benzoic acid. Meta-nitrobenzoic acid will be formed. Similarly, bromination. Upon bromination, bromination will be done in the presence of Lewis acid, anhydrous FeBr3. So, at meta position bromo group will come. Meta bromo benzoic acid will be formed. So this is how the substitution, electrophilic substitution will take place at meta position. Okay, so here all the reactions of carboxylic acid is also finished, hence the chapter is finished here only. Some of the uses are there, such as methanoic acid. It is used as an antiseptic for preserving of the fruits and for vegetables and for coagulating the rubber in leather industries, in electroplating. Ethanoic acid is used to prepare as a solvent to prepare vinegar. Sodium salt of benzoic acid is used as a preservative. Then hexane dioic acid is used to prepare nylon 6,6. So these are the uses. This chapter is finished. Now next we will start amines, but before amines we will take the exercise in the next class. Okay, till then, goodbye.